What's happening? What's going on? This is my first 24 hours in my funded Forex account through TopStep. So let's go ahead and get into the details of how it's going. This is kind of a recap video and show you a little bit of what I've done and what I've been looking at. And how I've left some money off the table. So to get into it, I am currently sitting at an account balance of $3,338, which means I am $1,300 in profit. You start with $2,000. I now have moved my trailing drawdown up to the starting balance since I'm $1,300 in profit. So I can't lose more than what I started at, which is good. Now what I really have to pay attention to is the weekly drawdowns as I keep going. Currently my win percentage is 100%. We'll see how long that goes, but I'll go ahead and get into a little more detail on that in just a second. With my average winning trade being $126.48. I have not withdrawn anything, and I became a funded trader on April 1st, 2020. Today is April 2nd, 2020. So that's $1,338 in 24 hours. Let's go ahead and get into the system and see kind of what it actually looks like broken down by trade. Here you can see the profit on my smallest trade that I won was $15. Then I had three $20 trades, a $30 trade, and then we get into the $200s and $300 trades. So to get into that, I'm going to go over a little bit of opportunity cost, what that means for me, what that looks like when trading, right? So this morning, for instance, I made $65 on UJ. I got in at 107.14, which was right here on this 30-minute candle. I exited off of this 30-minute candle due to it looking like it was on trend. It was a bearish hammer. My initial target was 108 flat, so right up in here. It would have been, I was in for a half lot, so it would have been like $300 of profit or something like that. 350 maybe. And what do you know, right after I get out, it pumps. But the reason I got out is because I wanted to get into this GA short over here. So I got into my GA shorts all up in here. I got into two of them right off the bat, took profit on one right here, added another, so then I was three shorts in, and then took profit sporadically all in here, which is why you see all of these different GA shorts from today. So it was 266, 245, 204, and 188, all on the GA shorts today, which is just feeding it down. The reason I took all these shorts, first off, this would have been a great trade. I should have been in heavier on it probably if I had conviction, which I did not. So instead of making $350 on this trade, I decided to make $65, cut it, and then move into GA where I thought the opportunity cost, which means the money that I could make in the future, was going to be higher with these shorts. The reason I thought that is because I saw starting to roll over a little bit. We made a lower high off of this. We were pretty extended off of the point of control and the value area high, which typically means that we at least go retest it, which is what we did here. Long-term target would have been the point of controls on different sessions, but not willing to hold it through that long right now. Just looking to lock in some money. So I was playing basically a return to mean strategy here, where we're so far extended it doesn't make sense to long up here at the top. So what makes sense from a risk reward perspective is to put your stop a little bit above this previous high and look to short it down to the most recent value area and or point of control, depending on how many lots deep you are. That obviously paid off much better than this USD JPY short. I mean, the UJ long that I was in. This position would have basically covered a little bit of this position, but I wouldn't have been able to get into the lots that I wanted to in order to cover this. So basically on the actual trading day today, I was up about $1,000. Which brings the 24-hour total up to 1338. Very happy with my performance so far. And I said I was going to get into this in just a second, but when I'm winning every single one of my trades, I typically just keep going until I stop winning. Sometimes I'll walk away before, like right now I have some other work I got to do, so I gotta take a step away. But when you're on these hot streaks, it's good to just like run them dry, you know. When you're flowing and vibing with the market, run it until you are not flowing and vibing with the market. Make as much money as you can while your decisions are good, and then when you start to flip and your losses start stacking up, it's really important to keep that risk reward ratio high, you know. Keep those losers small. But I mean, I've barely taken any drawdown on the past 24 hours on any of my trades. I think I got into like a triple digit drawdown once, so like $100 in drawdown, but pretty much all my trades have been accurate enough to where I'm close, if not always, immediately in profit, which is the best way to trade in my opinion. So feeling very good into starting this. Obviously, I know that I won't be able to keep a 100% win rate always. That's just not possible. I like to sit around that 80% if possible. But yeah, feeling good. We'll look to keep going tomorrow. We'll see if we end up trading tomorrow. Going to be very, very specific on my entries for the next couple trading days going into next week. Again, I have that $650 weekly drawdown that I gotta stay above, and so it'll be good to see what happens. That's all I got for today. If you're interested in a funded Forex account like this, you can go ahead and click that link down below. That gives you 20% off. So it'll be very cheap in order to start this combine. There's no time limits, so you can really get it all done in a day if you're amazing. But this is the $2,000 account. So $2,000, I'm getting close to doubling it in 24 hours, which is pretty badass. Feeling good about that. But go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you like the trade breakdown recaps. I hope you learned something useful and interesting, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.